the fault codes DF1017 and also P061B. They are the same fault codes. The DF type of code is the Renault specific code, so you will get it in the scanner that has the Renault diagnostic program. And the P061B code is the generic code, so you'll get it in a generic scanner. This code in the Renault or Dacia vehicles will mean that the ECM, which is the engine control module, engine control unit, has registered inappropriate torque calculations. So the torque that the engine gets right now doesn't correspond to what your ECM expects it to be. Why this can happen? In our case, with our Dacia Sandero Mach 2, we had a problem with bad petrol quality. This car had been stationary for about a year before we bought it, and in my case, I had this code registered in the ECM and the check engine lights illuminating on the dashboard for I believe about 2 months. So the old petrol just lost its octane level, and octane level wasn't enough for this engine to work properly. This is the 1.0 SCE engine, so 1 liter three-cylinder engine, and it's very sensitive to the fuel quality. But it actually can happen in any Dacia and Renault petrol engine. But since we had this code for 2 months and I investigated a lot on this, I will share what else I know about this code. So first of all, you may need to check the intake for any leaks. It's good if you have special equipment for that, like the steam generator, but yes, you can just visually inspect the intake and see if it has some cracks, if the air can escape somewhere in the process. Like this is the air filter box, and if you see any cracks, any disconnected things, anything shabby, this may mean that there is the air intake problem, air intake leak, and this will cause this code. Also, this code may be caused by the faulty injectors or faulty spark plugs and things with the injection system. But the problem is that you will have another code for this. It's also one of the cylinders will be misfiring, and you will have a shaky engine, because it's a 3-cylinder engine. When it works on 2 cylinders, you will not expect it to be smooth. And also one more problem is either this O2 sensor or that lower O2 sensor. The both sensors are connected with the catalytic converter system, so this one measures the amount of oxygen before the catalytic converter, and that one measures the amount of oxygen in the exhaust air after the catalytic converter, and they both decide whether the catalytic converter is good or not. So if one of these sensors fails, you will also have some other codes pointing you at the bad catalytic converter, but you will also have this P061B or the DF type code registered. And also what we did first to tackle the issue, we replaced the air filter here, because this is also one of the possible culprits for this code, because when the air filter is clogged and the air doesn't go through it properly, the engine will suffer because it doesn't get the proper amount of air in it. And so you will get a couple of codes, including the ones I'm talking about in this video. So this is how I diagnose this code.